hello, hello. I will tweet it out.
That wasn't. What a great intro.
Well, yeah.
As soon as people show up, we'll do an actual thing.
See, this is where the disadvantages of live streaming are. This is what I was talking to you about earlier.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, people are just gonna be really confused for who's not watching the live stream.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Alright.
I'm back.
Oh. You left? Oh my god! We're live!
Oh no.
Now I wish we did the intro.
Amazing. Alright. Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Good. Very.
Wait, are we live now?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
You guys are not very good at this, are you?
It's usually.
Yeah, they're terrible. I'm great. I could.
Fuck you, Thomas.
Best one on 3 Creeps.
Not true.
Hey, you know that episode where I wasn't in? Actually, that might have the most views. Just a second.
Your argument just imploded on itself, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna make it. I can't remember. I thought. I wasn't in. Everybody said they hated it without me.
Did they?
Oh, yeah, it is the most viewed. Uh-oh.
Okay, who has the questions up? Just start with questions.
Yeah, 0 people in the chat. Cool.
Yeah, let me get them.
No, there's.
Atlas X Ghost is in the chat. My
No.
boy.
Yeah.
Is he?
He is.
I don't see him. The fuck?
He just messaged night.
I think that's from last time.
Oh, is it?
Probably.
Oh, I still see it. I don't know why.
The fuck?
You on the right? You're
Oh,
on
it's
the right
Assad
one.
Farouk. Hey, he's the one
Assad.
who drew my original sloth one.
Oh, nice.
That guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, people are starting to come in. Should we do? 20 watching. All right, we should probably do this now. 21 watching now.
Live.
All right.
I tweeted it out, doofus.
Oh,
Yeah, come on.
shit. Alright.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 3 Creeps podcast. I'm your host, the best one, the Vumo.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, okay. I am
You guys
1/3 Unicorn Power Woody 2, and then we got Lears.
The one who fell asleep.
Hey.
I was about to ask if he fell asleep again.
Oh gosh, okay.
And today we got with us the very great, the teddy bear, Zaptie.
That sounded so sarcastic. Hi. We have the very great, like,
Very
held you at
special,
fucking gunpoint to praise
very
you.
special guest, Zaptie.
Special would sound less like a lie, because at least that can be shade.
Alright, we have some pretty decent topics for today. Old and new, but we want to start with Twitter questions.
Wow, we're
And people in the
actually
chat can
asking
ask questions and we'll like pick and choose which ones we want to ask them.
And just so we're not going to answer the meme ones. Ask serious questions.
Yeah. Ones you're actually curious about. Okay, Vumo,
Oh,
ask.
how big's your willy? Oh, funny.
Oh yeah, the thing is now you've addressed that, so I guarantee you're gonna get at least a handful of Willy questions.
Now it's definitely coming up.
Nice.
All right, so what's the first question?
I don't know, you ask first.
No, I've got one here.
Oh, okay, there's.
From Wild Spartans,
Okay.
ask Ed if he had to choose to keep Wild Spartans as a friend or Leafy, who would he choose?
Oh.
Oh.
I'm debating on which one gives me a worse reputation.
Ooh. Speaking
No,
of which, that's like
no,
something I wrote down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, Wild Spartans for sure. I'm actually. I would call Wild Spartans a friend. I would call Leafy an acquaintance.
Damn.
So yeah,
Do people
Wild
know
Spartans
that he
wins.
fucking like? Never mind. So you're not friends with him?
What? With Leafy?
Yeah.
I wouldn't use the word friends. No. We've spoken before. I've helped him out a couple times, but under Keemstar's definition, we're practically married. But under my personal definition, no, I would say we're acquaintances. I like him, but wouldn't call him friends.
All right.
Damn.
What?
It's because I don't know if people know the story that like he did that because you told me, but I don't know if anybody else knows.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah, all the same shit that happened to Nick to some degree happened to me. There was no payment issue, and I never helped him if I didn't want to, so I see it completely differently. Like, I don't feel like I was manipulated because I never helped him if I wasn't willing. But, but no, I have nothing against him personally, but I do think he's a bit of a slimeball. And I've told him that to his face, so I don't feel bad about saying it publicly.
Damn. I think, what are your thoughts on Nick and his video?
Nick, I think... Well, Nick's video was pretty much objectively backstabbing. I don't even think he would disagree with that. But I think it was justified to an extent. The biggest thing that's flawed in that video, and it's not even really his fault, I think it's just that he didn't clarify this enough, was him saying, the whole is $20 okay meme. Mm-hmm. Everyone seems to have interpreted that as him saying, like, this payment... Like, I'm upset that he only paid me the amount we agreed to. When in reality, I think the point was meant to be Leafy's greedy.
Yes.
And I think that got lost in the way that he presented it. But at the same time, if, like, Nick wasn't complaining about the payment. If he was, I would call him hypocritical for that because he accepted it. But I don't think he was complaining about it, to be completely honest. But that is what I would say is the biggest flaw in that video.
Right.
And at the same time, he was kind of... trying to use Leafy as well, which I don't think he really denies either. Right. So he's not completely in the clear, but I do think that of the wrongs that were done, he is the far lesser of the two.
Yeah.
Right, like, because how many views does that video have now? Like 1 million, some?
Well over, yeah. His follow-up has just shy of 1 million, too.
Yeah. He, like, blew up.
He got the money, I guess. He got his money. It's worth.
I mean, how much is that? Like, how much do you get after 1 million views?
I think he's at like 1.8 million, which is at least $2,000 or $3,000 probably.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that ain't bad.
Not bad at all. Oh jeez. All right. So. What?
I knew you get money off YouTube. I didn't think it was that much for one video.
Generally speaking, 1 million views is about $2,500.
Jesus.
And then
broadly
Leafy
speaking,
makes about a video a day, and those get about 2 to 3 million.
And you get the mid-roll ads, which adds more. So yeah, it's you can make a lot of fucking money off YouTube if you get regular views and upload a lot.
Jeez.
Also, Lears, why are you talking in the chat but not with your mouth? Come on, man.
This is every podcast.
Is it?
Yeah.
He interacts with the chat.
Oh, Heroic's in the chat.
Hey.
What?
Oh, is he?
He said,
Well, I
Zaptie,
am.
get in.
Zaptie, get in. Shut up.
Well,
Jump off, will you?
Oh, I got a nice question from my boy Barry Slice. He says, so what was the transition to a full-time YouTuber like for you, and how did it change your life, if at all?
Oh, well, that's the thing, is I'm a full-time YouTuber, quote, unquote.
Haven't uploaded in a month.
Yeah, it's kind of inaccurate to call me that almost. Really, I'm an unemployed YouTuber more than I am a full-time YouTuber. There's a big distinction between the two, I think, because I do not make enough money off of this to support myself fully. So I would not call myself a full-time YouTuber. I just currently don't have a job. That's why I don't upload that much. But I need to start doing that, obviously. But you know, I'll say that every day until I fucking die, and I'll be like, oh, I'll upload more. I said that at the end of the last video, and it's been like a month and a half.
Jeez.
Whatever. You know, it happens.
Oh, God.
But no, I can't really say what the transition's like. but I'm looking forward to hopefully making it soon. Like maybe early next year, mid next year would be a nice time to hopefully get the ball rolling on this being a full-time job, but I'm not really holding my breath because I know how rare that is to actually happen. But a man or a bear can dream.
A bear can
Haha.
dream.
I couldn't even imagine being a full-time YouTuber. It just seems like a lot really stressful. Like hoping your views stay up,
Ugh, I
hoping
haven't
you still
uploaded in a
grow,
month.
and like being full-time, you don't have something to fall back on.
True, but I mean that's well, I mean with other jobs your salary is obviously a little bit more consistent, but if you get fired from that job, you don't really have anything to fall back on either. It's kind of like working solely for commissions. That's sort of the same concept as it depends month to month how much you get paid, and you have to be flexible and rely on the number you will get, and then have everything above that be excess, be
Right.
for I don't know, like going to see the seventh Paranormal Activity remake with 12 of your friends. Then you have that extra money to do that, or to buy Mafia 3 and then sell it. Because it sucks. Like you have to be able to have all that extra money, but I think it is a reasonable fear to be worried about YouTube income because of how inconsistent it is, but I don't
Right.
really know that it's any different than most jobs in that, you could get fired like
This
tomorrow
is a perfect
for no
transition
reason.
because you've been to college, right?
Yes.
Are you okay saying like what you studied?
I've studied both law and then film production, actually.
Did you graduate or like get finish your years for that?
Nope.
Oh,
Neither one.
Do you regret that?
Not necessarily, because I figure I'm at an age where I can get away with not being in school right now, but I mean, university isn't going anywhere. And if I want to go later, I can. And it's not really, it's not really a huge deal. I can just do that and it's okay. But right now, the way I'm seeing it is this is the one time probably ever that I'll have an opportunity to give YouTube a go as a full-time thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm figuring I may as well take it now while I can, and if it doesn't work out, okay, I'll go back to school. That's fine, and I'll keep doing it as a hobby. If it does work out, fuck yeah, I'll delay school until it stops working out, and that's really all there is to it. Ideally, I want to use YouTube to springboard into not YouTube, like into some other form of media.
Right.
Voice acting in particular stands out, but I don't know. Obviously, that's even less likely than me getting a full-time job on YouTube. So, it's a toss-up, but I want to try my best to see
Nice.
where it takes me, and then I'm not closed off from going back to school. More than likely, I will end up going back to school.
Do you think that college is worth the cost?
Depends where you go. I mean, it's entirely dependent on your university, because the problem with it, and I can't remember what the tweet was. I saw a tweet saying something along these lines. It was it's kind of frustrating how you get a degree and it doesn't guarantee you a job, even though you're
Right.
paying like $10,000 plus a year, more than likely more than that, every single year to maybe get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that fucking sucks, man. Like that's such a garbage layout. That's such a garbage like probability for getting an actual job with the degree that you spent a fuck ton of time and money on.
Right.
It's like, oh well, you might just be fucked anyway.
It's like
So
Bionic
the way I
Pig,
see
like,
it,
yeah, he went to
Oh,
school
yeah, yeah.
and now he's stuck like working at a fucking pizza place. Just trying to like make enough money for him and his kid. Like, he does YouTube and gets like a decent amount of money from that, but like he should have a job like with his degree and he doesn't, and it sucks. The reason why I brought up all these questions because in my school we had to write this essay whether or not you think college is worth the cost or it isn't, and I wrote that it wasn't, and I brought up that like you aren't guaranteed a job necessarily depending on your degree and what you study. And it's actually really shitty.
sorry, my internet shut out. Say that again.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no,
Damn
my
it.
internet just dropped the call for like a half second.
Oh,
I heard
jeez.
you're writing a paper on why college isn't worth the cost, and then because your job aren't guaranteed a job, and then I cut out.
Okay, I wrote about that why it wasn't worth the cost because you aren't guaranteed
Yeah.
a job necessarily, and I just wrote how like it sucks you have to pay so much and then if you don't end up getting a job that could pay back all of those loans or whatever, it's like you're fucked.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is student loans will follow you to the end of the earth. Like you can't even die and escape them. Like your fucking kids or your next of kin will inherit them. They're relentless when it comes to education.
Jeez, that's stupid.
Taking it back to film history, what type of stuff did you study? I'm not sure if Randy Dandy's in the chat, but he asked and wanted to know.
We actually covered quite a lot of things. It was everything from from the beginning of film history, so like the Thomas Edison movies shot where it's three guys standing around a table, to where in like the early 1900s when someone filmed a train like coming at the camera and people were like shitting themselves because at the time, not now, but people didn't have a grasp of this whole film process, so they see this train coming at them and people were like hiding because they were genuinely afraid that a train was about to burst through. Like the concept of film was so new at this time, and we've done everything from that up until I think the most recent film we studied was what the fuck was it? It was Lost in Translation, the Sofia Coppola movie that came out in like 2004, I think. So we covered just about everything from the very start of film up to now, and a bunch of different subsections of that, a bunch of different countries. So yeah, I've studied quite a lot of it, and some of it I've just studied on my own because I'm a massive film buff, to be completely honest with you.
Wow.
Nerd.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I'll openly admit it. Yeah, no, I am a complete sucker for it. I think I probably watch, if I'm being generous, a movie a day, I would say.
Wow.
Sometimes it's a rewatch, sometimes it's a new one, but I've seen well over probably 10,000 movies, if not more, in my lifetime.
Wow.
Like I watch them constantly, from foreign language to, even genres I don't like, directors I don't like, actors I don't like, I'll still watch them just to see what I think of it. I hate so much more than I like, by the way. You'll find that as you watch more movies with less discrepancy. There's so much shit. Oh, there's so much shit.
Someone in the chat asked if you'd ever do movie reviews on your channel.
Fun fact, a little Three Creeps exclusive. I'm doing a Halloween special that is very much related to movies. And not even very much. It's exclusively related to movies. That'll be the video after this next one. And I realize that seems unlikely, but I actually think I'm going to be able to get these done. The Halloween special might be a little after Halloween, but it's still creepy time, whatever.
Hell yeah.
But I have a series, and I want to use that to springboard a series I want to start. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so there will be more film-related stuff on my channel in the future.
Just asked if you ever consider doing a series similar to YMS or IHE's video for the Search for the Worst.
Yeah, that's what this is going to be. Hopefully, going to be. It won't be YMS. It won't be Search for the Worst. Like I'm not gonna be focusing on bad movies necessarily. Obviously, those will be discussed, but I want to talk about sort of more broader topics in terms of film. So we'll see how that goes. I don't want to make any false promises, but I'm looking forward to it now. And when I'm excited about something, it usually happens. So hopefully this will actually happen.
Going from exposing pedophiles to reviewing movies.
I ran out of pedophiles. Cleaned them all up.
Good job.
I was too late to the train, so I had to. I cut off the tail end, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're done. Guess we're done here. I'm not complaining. I'm glad I don't have to make any more videos getting pissed about pedophiles.
Yeah,
those videos were not fun to make. I was angry in them.
Yeah, it showed, especially during the Red Kiwis one.
Oh God. Every time I watch that video, I'm like, I needed to cut this down so badly. It's so long.
It's 30 minutes.
I mean, on the one hand, it made me never have to make another video on him again, which is a bright side, I guess, because now I never have to speak about him. I can just tell you to go watch that.
Not necessarily, because fucking Colossal made a video on FouseyTube that's 40 minutes long, and there's supposed to be a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colossal's video, okay, this is an opinion I don't think a lot of people are going to agree with me on, but I actually think Colossal's FouseyTube video is a complete mess.
Ooh.
I like
kinda
it.
agree with that.
I like the video. It's good, but the structure is all over the place. The pacing is frankly really bad. It just jumps from thing to thing, sometimes really quickly, and then sometimes there's a random musical number, and the transitions change halfway through, and the transition slides are all really long. There's like all these weird little things where, in terms of execution, like it's edited brilliantly in terms of all his visuals and everything, and all of his points are really good. But it's just really sloppily organized, and I think it's because he got so impassioned by it that he just sort of like jumped all over the place.
Yeah, working for like a month on that video.
Right. Well, because you watch something too many times over and over again, and you just keep fixing, and then eventually you just stop seeing any problems because you're so used to it. I mean, I can attest to that. With the leeching video was 2 other videos before it became leeching.
Oh.
That shit I kept rewriting and re-editing over and over until I got to that concept. So I get where he's coming from for sure, but I think he just sort of lost himself in his frankly hate boner for FouseyTube.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So, kind of staying on the drama thing, Amy Brown asked, do you think drama has taken over YouTube, and how could we get actual entertainment back in YouTube?
I always think this is a flawed argument. To be completely honest with you, no matter who presents it, I tend to disagree with it, because drama taken over YouTube to an extent? Yes, but the biggest thing to keep in mind is we're a very niche portion of YouTube.
And entertainment is an opinion. It's like, it's whatever you think is entertaining.
Oh, exactly. But I mean, you think about YouTube as a whole. Okay, think about Leafy, for instance. Leafy has a little under 5 million subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Rice Gum has 4.5 or whatever. These channels, while big, are not as big as people think they are, in terms of the grand scheme of things. Because I mean, you look at someone like fucking Niga Higa, 18 million, still an active channel.
Yeah.
Honestly, for YouTube in general, you can look at fucking PewDiePie, and there's still a decent amount of people who don't know who PewDiePie is that watch YouTube. Like, this is the thing that's really easy to forget. We're part of a very weird sect of YouTube that really, really likes drama. We just are. And when it comes to, quote, actual entertainment, it still exists all over the place, and it exists in this sect of YouTube as well. But talking about drama or being interested in it is not an inherently bad thing, I don't think. And I think it's a flawed statement to say that it is.
Right.
You cannot enjoy it. No, I'm not throwing shots at Amy. Well, I guess I kind of am. I'm and to some degree I'm throwing shots at Pig too, but I've talked to both of them about this. Like, my opinion on this is not a secret. I think that outlook on drama, saying that drama is all around toxic, I think that's completely flawed.
Right.
Because it's not. Can it be? Yeah, absolutely. But so can entertainment, just regular like non-drama videos.
Because people like drama and find that entertaining. It's objective. It's whatever people want to watch, and entertainment, like, it's your opinion whether it's good or bad. It's like,
sure, like, you can hate People Magazine all day long. You can hate Entertainment Tonight all day long. Go for it. But they're successful for a reason. And so is the fact that this whole portion of YouTube pretty much only talks about each other? Yeah, and I admit that obviously I'm a part of that. I'm not going to pretend that I get annoyed at myself sometimes for the fact that those are the main video topics I come up with. But it's just a very, very weird argument to me that drama is such this huge problem, because drama only continues to be a problem because everyone complains about it, I think. I honestly think it's just, if you left it alone and let people do their thing, that, like, I mean, consider Keemstar was complaining about being bored for like 3 weeks straight because nobody was talking about him and nobody was talking about drama. No one gave a shit. Everyone was fine. That's all it takes, is not speaking about it, and it won't be such a huge invasive issue.
right.
That was a really long-winded answer, sorry.
Someone in the chat said that you sounded like a lawyer.
Appropriate.
Yeah, he just studied law.
Almost was.
Someone else said, how old are you, Zaptie? We all must know.
I swear I have this publicly placed, but I guess not. I am 20 years old.
There you go.
I'm an elderly man compared to 90% of the people in this community. Everyone's like 17 minus, if even 17. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, it's a little bit older than most YouTubers, but it's still, we're basically all kids still. All right, here's another serious question. Pinley asked, opinions on quality versus quantity, and in what cases do you think the high quality isn't worth the low quantity?
To be completely honest with you, I think quality versus quantity is a balance game that I suck at because I obviously, I mean, I'd say it's pretty clear that I put a focus higher on quality than quantity only because of how infrequently I upload. But I think I do not think my videos are worth the wait. I really don't. I think they take way too long for the quality level that they're at. Because I look at someone like I Hate Everything, and it takes him 2-3 weeks to make a video that's objectively better edited and put together than anything I can make, and it's a longer video than what I make. And so I look at someone like him, and I realize it's flawed to compare yourself, but like I think he is a very good standard for quality versus quantity because he doesn't upload super often, but every time he does, it's excellent, and it's not a massive gap. It's not months like it's starting to be for me. So to me, there is a balance to it, but I think that either way you do it, whichever one you put a focus on, both are important. If you focus on quantity and you upload every day, you shouldn't just shit things out. You should still care, obviously. And if you upload infrequently and you focus on quality, you should still care about putting videos out more often, which is where I struggle and where I suck at this. So it's a very fine balancing act, and if anyone pretends that one is more important than the other objectively, I think that's just outright wrong.
Yeah.
Many bring up Leafy in this
I mean-
in this case because he just puts out a video like almost every day, and like some people like them and a lot of people don't because they're all the same in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yep, I mean,
It's definitely
that's
Go
another
ahead.
area of subjectivism, though, because I know for a fact, despite his flawed approach to doing this, considering he basically asked other people to do it for him, he does care about improving his content. He went about it very, very wrong. Don't misunderstand me, but Leafy does genuinely care about improving his content, and I think that can show if you go from a few months ago. Are the videos still largely the same? Yes. And I think that's just because Leafy's humor is, because Leafy's humor is Leafy's humor. And if he's doing a rant video, it's going to feel similar to all of his other rant videos because his whole concept is dig up everything bad on the person, present it in a questionably accurate way, talk some shit, end the video. And his videos on, cringe reactions, like Jacob Sartorius video number 12, is going to just be like, this kid's fucking gay. Look at his hair.
13. He's 13.
13 and he's a millionaire. Oh my god, like that's just Leafy though, and I think if that's what people appeal with, it's a classic example of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then other people started saying, hey, it's broke, and so his fans started saying, fix it. And now I think he's going to have to, or he's fucked.
Yeah. But he's got so many loyal fans. It doesn't even matter.
True. No, he'll still be fine, but I mean, his channel is taking a hit from this. Quite a big one, to be completely honest with you. Like, his views have dropped a good amount on his daily videos. His subs are going down constantly, and that's without new videos being made on him. It's still happening. So, it's difficult because you look at his previous few videos, they're not breaking 1 million anymore. Like, for the last week, they haven't been breaking 1 million. No.
Oh,
I'm serious. Go check if you want. Like, they're not.
Uh-oh.
He hasn't broken 1 million since his apology.
Jesus.
Which is funny because I explicitly told him not to do that apology, and he did it anyway. Completely
God,
just
idiot.
minged him. But yeah, it's... I don't know. I think he's just sort of shot himself in the foot.
Sad.
Yeah. All right.
Jeez.
Kind of going back to the
Sorry, yeah, Leaf.
video. Going back to the video part about how Randy Dandy asked, how long does it take normally to edit your videos, and where do you get your ideas for making them?
Editing videos depends. Let me look at my videos. I can give you numbers of about how long they took. Okay, so leeching was about 50 hours of editing, I think. and that's explicitly because I kept reworking it and restructuring it, and also because my computer was ass.
I feel there.
Loud is funny. Loud is funny actually did not take me very long to make at all. From conceptualization to writing to recording and then doing that little skit. That skit at the end actually took the longest because we were having trouble coordinating me, Bionic Pig, and Elvis. But I think that video, all told, was like a week-long process once I'd come up with the idea and gotten all my points organized. So that's where I get frustrated with myself, is because once I have the idea and it's like the structure is there, I can borderline, the word isn't right to say shit it out, but like I make it very quickly. It's just that I get really, really stuck on ideas in between, and I'm overly like critical when I start writing, and I'm like, no, this is shit, and I'll throw aside so many video ideas. I think in the time since leeching, I've started on and discarded 4 videos.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it's really, really bad, and I need to stop doing it. But no, it's one of those things. But when it comes to coming up with ideas, out of my ass. I can't even pretend that there's a structure for that. It just sort of happens. I'll be thinking about something like, this irritates me. Okay, I'll make a video on it. And that's it. Like that's my entire thought process when it comes to my videos.
Jesus.
Well, I think that's all the serious questions for the #3creeps.
Really?
I mean,
Jesus.
there's a few other ones but they're not.
I've got a couple on mine.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, let me. Punk Duck. Oh no, this isn't really. Punk Duck asks, "Who is the better Ed?"
Zaptie, obviously. I don't even think that's a real question.
Favorite Hot Wet Soup member besides yourself?
I want to hold on real quick though. I do want to point out, Unicorn Powers did not defend Punk Duck. Bad girlfriend.
Yeah,
she just stood by and let me slate your man.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Look, he's in chat. He's about to yell.
Punk Duck.
I just wanted
better.
to see his reaction because I knew you'd point it out.
How could I not point it out? You didn't defend him.
What am I supposed to say? No, my boyfriend's better. Shut the fuck up. Like, what?
You're supposed to say anything in defense.
No, you could have been like, well, you got exposing red kiwis compared to Life is Cringe.
Bye. Oh no.
What was the second question? I can't even remember at this point.
Favorite
Sorry?
Hot Wet Soup member besides yourself?
I can't answer that. How can I answer? Wait, do you mean is this as far as content or as a person? Because Elvis and Aaron are both like two of my best friends. I would feel horrible picking either of them. That's
an awful question.
that's like picking a better parent.
It's a terrible question.
Actually, though, I can say without feeling too guilty that I do like Pig's content more.
Yeah.
And because I can say that without feeling guilty because we've discussed that. Elvis and I both think that Pig is the best of the three of us.
I like Aaron's content better too.
Yeah, no, like I wholeheartedly believe that he's the best of the three. And
I'll upload the same day Zaptie uploads Punked. Oh no.
I don't do that at all.
Oh.
Much
The synchronized double Ed upload.
The weird thing is I have the exact same poop emoji mask.
Oh god.
Well, my sister got it.
Oh no.
And when I
Oh no. That's awful. Why?
Finally, what's your opinion on the latest Hot Wet Soup? Baited. He meant baited. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Boring.
It was terribly boring. Like
so boring. It was just Keemstar yelling over Leafy and Leafy saying, "Can I talk?" the whole time. Clown and Tommy said 6 words.
And then Tommy
I wish they
would
would
like ask, "Hey Leafy, can I ask you a question?" And then like Leafy would keep talking for a bit, and then he'd finally answer the question, and it would.
Yeah. No, it was very, very disappointing. I was holding out hope that it would be good because it had all the potential to be, but just didn't happen.
I mean, I liked the fact that they were like very like quote unquote. Well, I use this word very loosely, but organized, right? How Leafy would set all these points, or like 3 points, but like, what the fuck? They were like all like not even that good. It all sounded like Leafy was trying to like cover his own ass for like he knew he was wrong.
Yeah, Leafy's
I'm just saying.
terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just. I bet Colossal helped him with the points.
God.
I highly doubt it, considering Colossal gave him shit for several of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, there was I think the only times Colossal spoke were to say to Leafy, like, he's got you on that one. He's got you on that one, Leafy. Oh, Big Keemstar made a good point. He did, fat man. Doing like pyrocynical as Colossal is crazy.
Fucking. Jeez.
Oh, here's another one. Haven't heard about him in a while. CyberXD. I think that's how you spell it or say it. Opinions on Luna as a content creator.
Oh.
He fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Good.
Help me as his friend, because I am friends with Luna. But no, I hate his videos a lot. I mean, like, I get their entertainment value for other people, so like I don't have a problem with his videos at all. But I don't like them. I think they're terrible.
At first, I thought his videos were real. After I watched like 5 videos, I knew it had to be.
You kind of
Too
come
much
to realize
shit happens in this 16-year-old's life that they fuck. How old is he?
I think he's 17.
There you go. Whatever.
But
Same
no,
fucking
but it is
difference.
funny because you think about it and it's like, okay, so this kid who makes videos every single day somehow has time to also do all of this in his thoroughly interesting life at the age of 17. He's like fucked a teacher, fucked in school, fucked in a bathroom.
Got roughed by a kid.
Tried lean, kidnapped by weed. Like
Oh my
it
God.
never ends. He's done everything, and I'm like, dude, I'm 20, lived a somewhat interesting high school life as well. I've gone to college for several years, and I still haven't had like a fraction of the fucking experiences you have. I've had some weird shit. Like I could run a half decent story channel if I did one like a week, and that would last maybe a year, and then I would be out of stories. But he burns through that many stories in 2 months. He never runs out though. It's like he makes them up. He's never admitted it to me, and I don't think he ever will. But like he does.
He just
He
press
has to.
records and goes.
He must be.
I think
He's probably great at telling campfire stories.
I'm sure he is. No, and that's where I kind of admire him. I respect that he's so like he's I wouldn't say that he's creative necessarily, but he doesn't repeat himself too much in his stories. Like they're all they follow similar concepts, but they're never the same,
Right.
which I can admire to some degree. There's a level of admiration I have for him. It's mostly because I like him as a person, if I'm being completely truthful. 'Cause he's a very nice guy, but
He seems very chill.
Got
Yeah.
robbed by a kid.
Very-
Oh, so a kid
But-
stole something from me. Oh, I fucked a kid. Oh.
Oh, there was that one video where he was like walking through the forest or whatever, and then these kids fucking stole his wallet. I was like, what the fuck?
I keep telling him I want to see the day that he posts a video called "Kidnapped by Weed." That is the
You should just do it as a joke.
I keep messaging every like couple months, just out of nowhere. I'll DM him saying, "When is kidnapped by weed?" Just no set up. I'm still waiting. I believe in him. He'll do it someday.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, he even posted a video I think it was a while ago. He was trying to explain how his videos aren't fake. He's like, yeah, it's all real. I've had all of this happen to me.
Yeah, no, they're fucking fake.
My friend Skeleton Salad asked, why a teddy bear?
Oh, there's no good reason. I get asked this frequently, and I feel bad because I don't have an answer. I was on the internet when I was starting this channel and saw this picture of a creepy plush bear with human teeth holding a knife.
That
And-
one.
That was my original profile.
Oh,
I posted it on Twitter.
I have the picture. Oh, hold on.
I've posted it publicly a few times because I think it's fucking hilarious. And that was my original picture. And somehow, the picture that you currently see is my YouTube
One that
avatar.
South drew.
Yeah, that was my second piece of art I ever received.
This one, look, it's on screen now.
Oh, did you put it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
But no,
fucking
this
picture.
started as, and it turned into the YouTube icon you now see. And because I guess like you can see there's the orange button behind the
Yeah.
other one, so it became yellow and orange, and it's just kind of changed over time into a cuter plush bear
Yes.
that still looks kind of devious, but clearly I got a cuteness upgrade for sure.
It's so. Where did you find that?
I don't know. I honestly don't remember where I found this picture,
It's so
but
ugly.
I loved it. Yeah, so it was just a zoomed in version of that. You couldn't see the knife. It was just the face. The gray background was barely even visible.
Oh.
And I started with that, and then I got art within like the day of my first video coming out, and it was really cute. And then the next piece of art I got was from South, which I still have as my YouTube avatar.
Nice.
So
Lears
yeah,
is-
in short,
oh.
no answer. It's just because that somehow turned into a plush bear. Your guess is as good as mine. Some fucking
my-
clay monster. And it turns
Someone
into a bear.
Someone in the chat has named Lears as a convicted sexual predator as their
God.
YouTube name.
I think that's my friend Jack. I think. Yeah.
We
Is
could.
it Corvus is an egotistical nonce? Is what they said.
What was
The
that?
fuck?
Is Lieutenant Corbus an egotistical nunce?
Oh, she's for sure egotistical. For sure. I don't even think that's up for debate. I don't even think she'll debate it at this point.
I mean, I haven't been following Lieutenant Corbus.
Right.
Did she do
It'll just
something
show up
recently?
on my feed sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, I unfollowed her a while ago because
Mhm.
her tweets turned to shit. Once she had that picture, around blacks never relax, as her Twitter picture, I was like, okay, I'm
Too
done.
edgy.
I'm out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I can
weird
love a good
to me.
racist joke, but I mean, it's not even
It's
funny.
just low effort. No, and it's weird to me because she made that whole video, which I thought was actually pretty good. Other than there's a couple factual errors in it, but that video on commentary channels in general, I think it's valid. The commentary community, how everyone's just sort of like a circle jerk of jokes, and no one can speak to each other just as regular people. But she does the same shit now. Like since that video, she's doing that all the time.
Do you
So,
think she
the video-
realizes it?
I think she. I don't know, because it's really easy to forget that she is literally 12 years old. And that's not an excuse, but it is a reason for some of the behavior, I think. And I don't know. It's difficult to really say. I try to just not care about it. The only time I really got particularly angry was she had that bit of misinformation on Pyro's video, which pissed me off.
Right.
And then she was memeing the shit out of Nafucker's girlfriend, which pissed me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than
Or
that,
fucking
I'm like,
Bimbo had it as her fucking
Yeah.
name on Twitter.
I'd
I'm
check.
like, do whatever you want. It's fine. But like, make fun of Roman all day. I mean, Roman has signed up for it. Roman's used to it,
Right.
and Roman's a YouTuber. He's a public figure. He's put himself out there. I don't remember if I said this publicly or not, but I'll say it now. If you want to say to me, like, oh, I hope you get fucking killed and raped or some shit, is that fucked up? Yeah. But I signed up for it. I'm aware that it's going to happen or might happen. So if you say it to me, okay. If you say it to, well, I mean, most people, like, nobody knows who my real life friends are because I keep them completely separate from YouTube. But assuming the day ever came that I was public about who I was friends with, and they started getting memed and they started getting insulted and hated on, I would be fucking furious.
Mm-hmm.
Because YouTubers signed up to be criticized. Their loved ones don't.
Right.
And I get that by proxy, by being a YouTuber, sometimes that happens and there's not much you can do to control that, but it's still fucked and it's still going to piss me off.
It was like recently how Brad Does Banter got suspended by Syndicate for saying like something about rape, and it's
Syndicate's gonna get raped in jail.
right.
Yeah.
It's like
Because, well, that was just straight up abuse of power because Syndicate has Twitter connections.
yeah. He was just like,
Like-
oh, suspend this account.
Yeah, edgy joke is definitely not worth a suspension, or Brad Does Banter would have been suspended years ago.
Right. It's
Yeah.
just that Syndicate just has the ability and abused it.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit.
My friend again, Barry Sliced, asks, what YouTuber would you say inspires your videos style the most?
See, this is depends on the video. My early videos, Colossal. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
My later videos, I guess also pretty obvious, IAG. I hate everything. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to me because those two, and then you couple in Your Movie Sucks, who's been my favorite YouTuber for like 3 years. Those three have been my biggest inspirations for YouTube, and now I'm friends with all of them, and they all watch my content, and it's fucking weird. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It is still so weird because I talk to Alex the most of the three of them by far. I would say I'm closest with him, no comparison. But every time I talk to him, it's still weird, like hearing his voice,
Right.
because I'm just like, I've watched your videos for like 8 months, almost. I'm close to a year now, actually. And I'm like, I've watched you for like a fucking year, and now I know you. Like, that just takes a bit to grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Starstruck isn't the right word, because I don't think I get starstruck. But it's a bit surreal is the right word. I would
Bit
say.
of fanboy.
A little bit, yeah. I'd be lying if I wasn't a little bit fanboyish. I DM'd Your Movie Sucks fanboying over him a couple days ago, and then we started talking about furry porn.
Oh my god.
Mike,
Within like a
this-
half
see, now
second.
I'm liking
It was
where this
so
conversation is going.
It was funny as fuck, to be honest with you, because I was talking to Pyro about him, and he said that he just sent him some Foxy porn or something to start off their DM conversation, and he immediately sent a bunch of shit back. So the fact that we also ended up starting talking about furry porn in like 6 seconds was so fucking funny to me. It was great, though. That's the biggest thing about YouTubers. Their personas are so different from their personalities, and people. I realize that like goes without saying to some degree, but even as a person who's on YouTube, I still have trouble remembering that, because I thought YMS was going to be like a sort of pretentious, like maybe dismissive guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not. He's the nicest motherfucker ever. But for some reason, I thought he was going to be a cunt.
Right.
Like, same with I Hate Everything. I Hate Everything might be one of the nicest people I've met on this website, despite his name being I Hate Everything. Like, he's a fucking sweetheart. Like, it's just really funny how differing personas can be.
Right.
I got so off topic. I'm sorry. I'm rambling so bad. You guys can shut me up anytime you
No,
want.
it's okay. Back to the Brad's banter thing I brought up. Someone in chat said, what's your opinion on Brad's banter? He memes other YouTubers' relatives all the time.
I think it depends on the circumstance. Like, okay, if you're talking about Gila Klein, she opens herself up to it because she's in videos. I don't think
Right.
see anything wrong with that. I don't think like oh, she's a horse, like I don't find that particularly funny, but I don't see a problem with it because she's a public figure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, she's got a shitload of followers from H3H3. Everyone knows who she is from H3H3, so I think that's fair game. But I mean, apart from her and Roman's girlfriend, who by the way, he's since stopped doing that to Roman's girlfriend because Roman asked him to. Like, Brad isn't a cunt, as much as he may appear to be one. He's an understanding dude, and if someone's upset by something, genuinely upset by something, and asks him to quit, he does. So I personally think, do I find all of Brad's tweets funny? No, I don't. But Brad as a person, I fucking love the guy. I think he's great. And his persona, again, he's a very fine example of someone whose persona is different from their personality, because he's been nothing but nice to me.
Ooh.
I mean,
Well.
yes, does he take this out of me all the time? Of course. Of course he does. His humor is exactly how he portrays it. But as in terms of him as a person, like, he is not this vicious, angry man that everyone seems to portray him as, or that he portrays himself as. He's a nice guy. Most people are in this community.
Mm-hmm.
I did this thing on Twitter where it was like it was Ida's video, and then it was like a distorted Leafy, which I took off his account. But then it was like a distorted Leafy, then it was Hey Watch Your Mouth video, and it was distorted Leafy. So then he makes basically the same joke with Hey Watch Your Mouth and Elvis's video. So I said he stole my joke, just like as a joke. And then he starts bitching at me like, no, I didn't. He thought I was talking about the pictures, and I was just talking about the joke in general. And then he blocked me.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, Lears, you're still here?
Man, I thought he fell asleep again.
No.
No, I mean, surprises me, but it doesn't at the same time. I don't know how else to word that. Like, he does get defensive somewhat quickly. I can admit that much.
Lears, ask a question from chat.
Yeah, talk. You can at least laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
Make I feel like
what-
he's funny.
He's a funny guy.
Do you want one off Twitter or chat?
Whichever.
Because is it? Do you pronounce it Leicestershire?
Yeah.
What's that shit? Yeah. Oh God.
Would he rather fuck Leicestershire or Leicestershire? Or Leicestershire. Okay, there you go.
There you
Listed
go.
other YouTubers there, and it still would have been her. You could have not listed her, and I still would have said her.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I just fueled the OTP of the two of us.
It's not like you
so
don't feel it all the
fucking much.
time anyway. I ship it.
Oh yeah, we totally do. It's so bad. It's fun though. It's a good time. It's fun to keep people on their toes.
Insanity. Who would you shag? Pyrocynical or Nafuckers?
Oh,
Uh,
Pyrocynical. He's so cute.
What?
Yes, he's so
I agree.
fucking cute.
Oh my god.
Like I would wash his face first, but then I would go to town on that little boy pussy.
I had to wash his face first.
I would. He's,
Yeah, see,
he's got a little
Zaptie.
oily.
Zaptie thinks he's cute, Denise.
'Cause he is.
I saw it and I told them
didn't.
he's fucking ugly, dude. I don't know. What the fuck?
Nah.
He is not ugly. He's a cute boy.
He looks nothing like his old pictures though. I was like, whoa.
He got a little chubby. He got a little chub.
It went from Hiroshima to Ian Smosh.
Yeah, he had to overcompensate for Leafy's lack of chin, so he grew another one.
Oh my god.
Wants to be the best YouTuber, so he can't get the piss taken out of him for not having a chin. Now it's just he doesn't have a jawline.
Yeah.
Wait, who are you asking, Punk Dog? Punk Dog said, would you rather bang Ed or Ed?
Oh,
Who are you talking to?
tricky,
I mean,
tricky. I assume
Yeah,
he's
this is-
talking to you, Denise.
Uh-oh.
Boyfriend test.
I'd stick it in Ed.
I just it's such a non-answer. You might as well not say anything.
I'd do both,
Just say-
to be honest.
Just say Ed.
Ed.
It's a get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Zaptie, what is your opinion on Keemstar as a person?
That's an opinion that changes almost on a day-to-day basis.
I'll
to
say
be
it right
completely
here. I do not like Keemstar. Do not.
See, I get that. I understand it completely. It's a valid opinion. At the moment, I would say I do. I'm not gonna pretend that he's a good person because he's not. And I'm not gonna pretend that he's a person who should be running a news channel that covers anything even remotely serious because he isn't, because he's not intelligent enough. But he has been nothing but nice to me when I've talked to him, other than on the podcast. But, that was understandable. I get it, more entertaining. But he's been nothing but nice to me when I've spoken to him privately. He's been very helpful in a lot of stressful situations. So I wouldn't call him a friend, but I would say I've had far more positive experiences with him than negative. So I have a really hard time saying I don't like him. I don't feel like that's entirely fair.
Mm-hmm.
I dislike a lot of things he's done, but I wouldn't say I dislike him.
That's understandable.
I mean,
I hate him a lot less now, considerably, with everything that happened. Like, I couldn't help but feel bad for the guy, because now everybody's like, oh shit, you were right. Like, with the whole thing with Luffy, how it was actually like, oh yeah, let's just fucking get everybody to hate Keemstar.
That's where I've always been frustrated, because I was like one of the two people who said that were like, these videos on Keem are fucking bullshit. There's no way this is the real reason. Like, I said that really early on, and then everyone was like, no, you're fucking dumb. Keemstar's the worst. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, Leafy's apparent given reasons on the podcast were such shit. Like, it's such a crock of shit. You can just tell. Yeah. Nick did not lie. I really don't think he did.
Mm-mm.
And it's unfortunate that Leafy won't admit to that, because I really find it hard to believe that that's not the reason.
How could he though? How could he just turn on a camera and say like, "Oh yeah, I just did it for money"? Like,
The timing was pretty bad of it. It was kind of like H3's video after the old Tommy C incident.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just as scummy.
mm.
And he gave Ethan a bunch of shit for that, and then he did the same shit to Keem. Like, Leafy's a hypocrite.
Tricky.
Tricky boy.
Now that
Yeah,
we
history.
bring up H3H3, what are your thoughts on him?
I don't know.
Bad content, slimy man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think
funny.
Ethan's just as bad as Leafy, to be completely honest with you.
Wow.
I just think he gets less shit for it because nobody's made the real H3H3 productions yet. And I say yet because I wholly believe that someone will. I don't know who it'll be,
Make the
but
whole
I feel like what?
You said we'll make the whole H3H3 productions, and then you didn't say a word.
No, the real H3H3
Oh!
production. The equivalent of
I
Nick's
get your
video
joke, okay.
for Ethan. Yeah. I'm waiting for that. Because it's easy for people to forget that he was incredibly involved in trying to ruin Pyrocynical's channel. It's easy to
Yeah.
forget that he's hidden a lot of his older content, some of which I have dug up, by the way,
Cool.
that goes against things that he's said in the past. It's easy to forget that he tried to put a limitation basically on comedy because he thought that what Leafy was doing, making fun of kids sometimes, was just the worst thing ever. And then he's done that shit himself. Ethan is a hypocrite, Ethan is manipulative, and Ethan is a backstabber. And for him to criticize Leafy for doing all of those things, it's the pot calling the kettle black. I genuinely believe that Ethan is just as bad as Leafy. Bottom of my heart.
Damn.
Not a popular opinion. Don't give a shit.
Uh,
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I-
have a point.
I mean,
like,
I stopped caring about him a while ago. I mean, I didn't like after he made that 100 layers of beanies. I unsubbed.
oh yeah,
Their
same.
content's about on the same playing field at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh god.
Him and Leafy's.
Uh,
They're trying to bring it back with that salads video, but like they're just rehashing shit now.
It's bad. Do you think
It-
they're gonna get grade A on Baited?
They're gonna get greedy on baited.
No, do you think
Grade
they're
A.
gonna get grade A on Baited?
Oh, grade A. Sorry. No,
No.
I don't think
Yeah.
grade would agree to it. I don't know why Leafy agreed to it. I think that was a massive fucking mistake.
I
Yeah.
don't even know how they managed. It was just kind of like, what?
Clown asked. I'm sure that's all it took, but
hmm
I'm floored that he did that. Like I would, and this isn't me trying to like toot our own horn. I would understand if he wanted to come on Hot Wet Soup, because him and Elvis, they're obviously not on the best of terms, but they're not mortal fucking enemies.
Who?
And Leafy and Elvis.
Oh. Right, okay.
So him coming on Hot Wet Soup, we said it in the last podcast that we did that we would be surprised if he would agree to that. And then the next fucking day it says, "Hey, Leafy's gonna be on Baited," and we're like, "Oh,
Fuck.
well, okay, maybe he would have." But like, I would understand that to some degree because I like to think we're pretty fair when it comes to letting people speak.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we had Keemstar on, frankly, we let him talk too much.
Right.
But
He just
we
wouldn't shut
would
up.
give him pretty. Yeah, no, he talks for fucking 45 minutes to answer a 3-minute question. They both have that same issue.
Ay.
But oh, goodbye, Vumo.
Oh, he'll be back.
Rest.
Good away.
But I'm surprised he went unbaited, where Clown has openly criticized him for all of this behavior. Keemstar fucking hates him, and
Oh.
Tommy C also hates him.
It's like everybody, like 3 against 1. Like there was literally nobody there defending you.
It was like 2 1/3 against 1. I wouldn't say Clown
Oh,
was
right,
against
okay.
completely, but like Tommy is such a fucking Keem dick sucker at this point that they might have been the same person.
I know.
And like it's an echo chamber half the time, and Clown I think is far and away the most reasonable, but that's not even really debatable, but he wasn't willing to back Leafy up on the majority of stuff that he said.
There was nothing to like hold on to. All of his points were
Wasn't-
shit.
No, they were. But that being said, I think both Leafy and Keem came off looking bad in that podcast because Keem came off like petulant child, and Leafy came off like an insincere dickhead. Nobody won. That podcast benefited no one, other than Baited Wallet, I assume.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
But I don't know why Leafy went on. I think that was a massive mistake.
I mean,
Yeah, he seems to just be making it worse, trying to make it better.
wow,
Yeah.
we hit everything
Like-
perfectly. I have everything written down. We just hit it all. And that's all the time we have, actually.
Wow, that's
It's
convenient.
been an hour. Well, thank you so much to everybody who showed up to watch the podcast with our special guest, Zaptie.
Thank you for listening to me talk for way too long.
We should
20-minute
be having
segments of
we should be having Les Deschette on 2 weeks' time, so look forward to that. Should be good. Okay.
Oh, we are.
ask her if she'd fuck me. Even the playing.
Well,
We
then.
will.
Use hashtag 3creeps.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Thank you for having me on.
Lears, you want to say something?
Hey.